Hi, Weather Joey here with your bottom of the South Island weather recap and forecast for, let's see, it's April 28th, 2025. Let me turn some lights on here, a little bit better lighting. Forgot that. Election Day, Canada, 2025. We're going to the polls, electing a new government. And for that, I've got an election beer going. Cheers, mate. So you guys in the future, you'll know who was elected tonight as you're watching this before I do, if that kind of makes sense. Anyway, we're here for the weather. And we're here to put out a forecast and just recap for you what went on in our last forecast. But before we do, and before we get started, I'd like to take this opportunity, as always, to thank the First Peoples of this land, the First Nations, from North Saanich up to Sooke and across this beautiful land of Turtle Island. Thank the people who have allowed us to live, work, and play on their beautiful traditional territory, and continue to welcome us with open arms and speak their truth. For that, we thank you. Okay, so last forecast, last Monday, we were talking about, we were pretty good right up to Thursday the 24th. And as we saw on Thursday the 24th, we saw a little bit of high pressure build in. Still spring-like because it kind of built in from the west here. Temperatures are rising. Nice, clear, sunny skies. Almost got to 20 degrees. So this is just surface high pressure here. Not full high pressure, but surface high pressure. Almost got to 20 degrees across the south coast. Just a few spots hit, but other spots were cooler, so we couldn't really call it an official summer days. Morning temperatures was quite cool. We even saw some frost here and there, so that's not a summer day. So our forecast last week had talked about a low pressure up here with troughing offshore here and a little satellite low coming in here. Well, no, that satellite low didn't. It kind of dropped down south here. So we were still in a southerly flow, and we stayed clear for Friday. Mostly clear. A little bit of cloud drifting up later Thursday and into Friday. Not much, though, but warm enough. And I'm going to call Friday a summer day because everyone hit 20 degrees. There was a little bit of cloud here and there, but combine the two together between Thursday and Friday, and I would say we got one summer day out of that. So that system did not affect us through that weekend of the 25th and 26th like we thought it would, and then follow through with more. No, that low cut off. This kind of fizzled out, and we just got a small surface high pressure and a bit of west-northwest flow back in for last weekend, which was the 25th and 26th. Mainly clear skies. A notch cooler because it was from the west-northwest off the marine air here. So that carried us through. So today is Monday. That carried us through Saturday and into Sunday. So what we had up here was, in the meantime, a Aleutian low creating and sending a front towards the north coast, Panhandle north coast. That crossed overnight last night and into today. And into today, it's just crossing the coast right now throughout the day with a bit of shower, a bit of light rain here and there, and fairly cool. As this passes through, this is going to pass through today and into tomorrow, we're going to get again. So high pressure is starting to be the dominant player here. We're going to get some high pressure building in from the west to west-northwest. Starting off again on Tuesday with some cool, that's tomorrow, so that's for you guys out there. Some coolish clearing. There's going to be sun, mix of sun and cloud tomorrow. Getting clearer and clearer as this high pressure sets in for Wednesday. That's 2 days from now. Mainly sunny skies. And into Thursday, it'll even shift a little bit this way. We'll get back into the southerly flow. But temperatures warming up. Nice sunny skies. Clearing, as I said, clearing up Tuesday more so. Wednesday, nice sunny skies. And into Thursday, another low pressure out here. So by Thursday, a bit of a southerly flow as the ridge moves that way. but nice sunny skies and warmest temperatures. Thursday's the pick. Maybe even Friday, because those clear skies may stick around. But again, kind of a carbon copy of last week. We're expecting this trough to kind of push onto the coast later Friday and maybe into Saturday. So bringing cloud overnight Friday into Saturday. But will that fizzle out? Will I make the wrong call again? I don't know. I'm too nervous to make that call. So let's just say that something's going on. Not a lot of rain Friday, Saturday. If that trough moves, even if it does move on, by Saturday, it looks like we're going to get high pressure into Sunday again. So we may hit cloud overnight Friday into Saturday. Sun again on Sunday. And then from there, there's still activity up here, but we've got high pressure down here. So it's just a matter if this activity can make it onto the coast, and that means cool spring-like temperatures. If this starts to build up later on next week sometime, then we could get into warmer, closer to summer as we get into May. Anyway, got out and I voted. I'm not going to tell you who I voted for because that may prevent you from watching me in the future, but you probably know my politics. You know I like beer. Anyway, the future, love ya. To my friends, plants, animals, the spirits and beings of this land, I love you. And I hope, as always, I wish that the forecast may be with you.